Welcome to Banking and Finance page. Here we learn about working capital in business. Working capital is that part of the capital which is required to complete the whole operating cycle of an entity by maintaining certain level of inventories, such as raw materials, work in process, finished goods, stores and spares, etc. That is trade receivables and cash balance for its day-to-day operations. The term working capital is used as a gross as well as a net concept. Gross working capital represents the totality of fluctuating funds invested in all current assets in a business. Working capital equals current assets minus current liabilities. Working capital is required for inventory, receivables, and cash management. Amount of WC requirement mainly depends on size of the firm, activities of the firm, availability of credits, attitudes towards profit, attitude toward risks, importance of adequate working capital or optimum working capital, smooth running of business, profitability with managed risk, growth and development possibility, smooth payment, increase in goodwill. Manufacturing organization needs working capital for the following purposes: for purchase of raw materials, for purchase of stores and spares, for keeping funds blocked under stock in process, for keeping funds blocked in finished stocks, for keeping funds blocked in sundry debtors and receivables pending final realization of the bills, for making advance payments to their suppliers, for ensuring continuous supply of raw materials, stores, etc., for meeting day-to-day expenses like payment of wages, power bills, etc. Why needs working capital? It is needed for the smooth operation of the firm. Needed volume of working capital depends on the length of operating cycle. To get cash earlier, small length of operating cycle is desired. Length of operating cycle depends on three factors: conversion of cash into inventory, conversion of inventory into receivables, conversion of receivables into cash. Factors that influence working capital requirement: nature of industry, the operating cycle, the manufacturing cycle, production policies, shift in demand for products, competitive conditions, operating efficiency, taxation, dividend policy, depreciation policy, price level changes, variation and supply of raw materials. Thanks for watching. Banking and Finance.